Mark here and my wife Tara, and welcome to the 10 Acre Woods. As you can see, the snow has now left us, and I think that's the end of Old Man Winter. So Tara's going down to the barn. She's going to load up some hay and bring that back, and we'll start feeding the animals. Okay, so as you can see, all the animals, or most of the animals, are outside. It's beautiful weather, no snow, and the pond is, in fact, open. And there it is. So the last of the ice melted away, I think, yesterday or even the day before. 27 degrees here on Wednesday. So Tara during the day got the actual pump in, and now the water's circulating. So we have a couple new ducks. I did mention it last weekend. This is Squirt and Huey. Don't ask me which one is which. They are both male, and they look to be a cross. So a Rowan Ancona, possibly. So they've settled in now, but when we first put them in here, when everybody was out, they tended to wander, and they went back and hung out and slept in the garage port at the back of the house. So they would go in there every night and just hang out and sleep in there, but now it looks like they have moved onto the pond, and they've made some friends here. So the animals are all outside. The next thing up is shearing. They look a little raggedy. So Tinker, she's getting older. She's got lots of debris in her wall. So Willow and JJ, and then George and Turbo. So there's quite a bit of wool in there. So we hold off until early June, end of May, right around there, because it can still get cold at night. So we don't want to shock their system. If for some reason they get sheared and then it drops down a couple days later, usually a week is good. But if it's within a few days, we put them in the barn and keep them warm. So that is those guys. We do have a couple other. So last weekend I did mention that we were getting some rabbits in. And of course Barry the rabbit, he is out here. There he is over there. And then in there, I can't really see very well, but we have, let me think of the name. We have Poppy, a brown kind of tan. And then the other one is another moo. So we have a moo inside with the kid goats. And this one is moo as well. They are, or appear to be, standard Rex. I couldn't see them very well, so I figured I'd come in and show them to you. There they are. Hi, kids. They are both fixed, I believe. One is a male and one is a female. I'm gonna guess Poppy is the female and Moo is the male. But I'll have to confirm that. And of course, here is little Barry. Good morning, Barry. So it's my understanding that Moo and Poppy, their people had to move, and the new place they were going couldn't take pets, which is a common occurrence that happens. We do get quite a few smaller animals like rabbits because they just can't move with their people. So they are, I believe they're about 5 or 6 years old from what I know and what we know. So they're going to hang out here in what we like to call the nursery, which is this area. We have a small cage here as well for the smaller birds and chicks. And so kind of a nursery in a nursery, which is in or off the special pen. So why do we call it the special pen? Well, all of our specials are in here, including Sheldon. So Sheldon was born here on Farm High. Yeah, no, I just get a couple seconds of your time, that's it. And basically he's autistic, or from what we understand autism could be in a goat. He has the shortest attention span. He couldn't walk when he first was born, and we had to spend a couple weeks anyway before he could stand on his own without falling over. And he squirrels a lot. So he's now focused on his grains. But once we get the hay or the grains out, or vegetables, his excitement goes up to a point where he just can't stand still. He needs to move, he needs to move, he needs to move. And he then settles, and once he settles, he can actually eat. Then we have Charlie here. So Charlie's actually over here because we've got Petey and Piper on the other side in the larger area. And, well, Petey's a little grumpy, and we don't want them to get together and to do any fighting. You can tell that Charlie and Petey have tusks right there on the side. A lot of you haven't seen that in the past. We were giving him a belly rub, which you can't do now because he is eating. He's focused. And when he rolls over on his side, you can see that tusk there. And then, of course, we have the mama and kids. So these are last year's kids and mama. Now they will be moving over to the other side, to the big boy yard. I guess you could call it the main yard. And the 3 kids and mama that are inside the barn will be coming out here. So we do a little bit of shuffling around. And then we've got, of course, a mama and her 2 kids as well from last year. These ones are a little bigger. but they're the same age, so they will also be moving over as well. Tucker, and we have Shimmer there, Nestor, and Onyx. So it's not necessarily that they have any issues, although Onyx tends to go into the corner and she gets caught in the corner. She's got her issues. I guess we've all got issues, right? Oh, the sun's coming out. Look at that. And then Nestor and Tucker, we keep them in here just because they were young when they came in here, and we don't want to incorporate small animals in with the larger ones. They can get bullied and pushed around. Plus, they've developed their friendships. So it's not that all of them necessarily have issues. We use the special pen for incorporating the animals into the area. I can hear behind me these three boys. So these are call ducks, and I just recorded not more than 15 minutes ago.
There's Marlene's friends. Oh, hallelujah. I love them. And they don't want to.
This rooster was picking on these little guys. And what happens is, oh, we're going to see it now. What happens is they're feisty. And they're small, but they're feisty. So the little one started chasing the rooster. And then, of course, his two little buddies come over and help him out. Hi. What are you guys doing? Is that how ducks and roosters play? Probably not, but... roosters can be a pain, can't they? Yeah. Morning, Levi. Good morning. So, you will also notice, if you've watched our video regularly, that these two kids here are outside. So, Shorty and JD. We waited until the ice was gone because JD has, well, he's got some stiffness in his leg, and we didn't want him to kind of fall. Hi. Or slip, get injured, and then JD's back there. So in the little montage I recorded, you'll see that Tara did bring the dishes out and put the food out here for these two. The other three that were fed down the driveway are little piggies, aren't you? Yes. And this is the first time I'd seen this because, of course, I work during the week, and when Tara comes out to do the feeding, I don't see that. But I was wondering, why is she running over to that gate? And of course, then there it was in the video. The other three just ran up to the gate because it's only been a couple days, but they know the routine. It's like, oh, the other two are out, and she's going to put down some food for them, and we're going to steal it. But the plan was foiled, right, Levi? So after they finished eating the grains, Tara came back, she picked up the containers, and then she went and unlocked, and then these guys came in. So it's all about routine and just having a certain routine that everybody can, well, are forced to get along. And a lot of it is food aggression. So Tara's got that figured out for sure. So with the warmer weather, we now open our farm to the public on weekends, Saturday, Sunday, just for a few hours, 4 hours, 11 to 3. And this is going to be the first weekend where we're actually open. People have been calling and saying, oh, are you guys open yet? We'd like to come out. It's like, it's snow, it's ice. No, we're not going to open. Although we did have, a couple weeks ago, we had, there was 2 families that came. And one of them was, I guess they were grandparents to grandchildren that live out of the area. So during March break, they always come out and visit Grandma and Grandpa. And they called us and they said, oh, the kids are here, and they've been such looking forward to coming out and seeing the animals. And of course, well, we can't say no. It's like, okay, yes, come on out, but understand you know, they're not outside, they're inside, but we'll give you a tour. So, you know, we try to accommodate for situations like the weather, and we make changes accordingly. All right, I'm here with 2 of our 9 cats, and give them, here, Zoria, up here, yeah, there you go. Cool. These are just, they're not really treats, they're a different type of cat food, and we just buy a small little bag of it, and it works well because it's something different. Coda seems to go through it pretty quickly. Here, take those ones. Little fishes and little triangles. Catnip's not ready yet, so you'll have to wait. With the footage that I got with the 2 new ducks that came in, they spent a couple nights in our carport. And I was going back to get that footage to put in the video. But as I was doing that, I found the day after, so they spent 2 nights in the carport. And then the 3rd night, I guess they decided, let's hang out with the other ones and we'll stay on the pond. That was actually a very good idea, because what had happened was, when I was looking through the footage to find that, Mama Fox came around with her 2 pups. So going through the clips, they came back over and over and over for about an hour. They were in and out of, and I'm like, did they know the ducks were there? What's going on? So then I looked, that was at about 3 in the morning. At about 6 in the morning, pulled up some footage, another animal was detected on the camera, and sure enough, it was the rabbit. So we've got this ongoing, you know, battle between the fox and the rabbit, but the rabbit came out of the other side of the carport, not the carport side that they were going into. So that was kind of cute. Did I lose? I didn't lose. Is anybody else coming up? Rhea, you're over there. Come on up here. Come on up here. Coda just continues. Here's Rhea. Here, you can have some. Whoops. Drop some on the ground. And of course, Coda wants some. So that was really interesting. It's always interesting to see what wildlife is doing late at night or early in the morning when they're around. And that fox and the rabbit seem to have this roadrunner coyote kind of thing going on, where the fox just can't get to the rabbit. Anyway, that is it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it, and we hope to see you again next time. Take care and have a wonderful day, week. Bye-bye.